Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so I'm looking here and I see this article on Boxing Scene. So shouts out to Boxing Scene. Vitali Klitschko says, "I blame myself for Vladimir's loss." Now he was, along with Jonathan Banks, he was also working the corner, and he was telling Vladimir after the knockdown he felt that Vladimir should have took his time, trying to set up Joshua and waiting for Joshua to become fully gassed in the second half. All right, and that didn't happen, obviously. But this is what Vitali had to say. He says, "Immediately after the fight, we were barely speaking. We do not need to talk. It was just enough to look into each other's eyes. Only in the locker room, I thanked him for one of the best fights of his career. I know how important this fight was for him, and unfortunately, we saw what happened. In the heavyweight division, each punch can be decisive." That's true. Then he says, "I blame myself for the defeat of my brother. I share some of the blame. When Vladimir almost knocked out Joshua, I gave him the wrong advice. I was positive that Joshua, with his huge muscle mass, would not be able to last the distance. I advised Vladimir not to rush anything. I had hope that after the eighth round, Joshua would really slow down. Now I think that maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was necessary to finish him off sooner. To be honest, Vladimir has nothing more to prove. I do not know any other boxer who have gathered as many titles and defended them all, dominating for more than 10 years. He has nothing to prove, but whatever the decision he makes, I will support him." All right, well, that's good that he's going to support his brother. As far as, Vladimir jumping on Joshua when he had him hurt, a lot of fans are saying that they thought he should have done that. To me, he did it in his way of being, taking his time, being cautious. That's just Vladimir Klitschko, man. That's the style he has pretty much done forever, man. I mean, Emmanuel Stewart in the corner will get in his face and challenge him sometimes to go out there and finish guys, like the fight he had with Eddie Chambers. Then he ended up finishing Eddie Chambers in the 12th round. I remember Emmanuel Stewart walked into the mid, when they do the beginning of the 12th round, the ref brings you together, you touch gloves for the last round. Stewart literally came out there with him in the middle of the ring, urging him to stop Chambers. So with that said, Vladimir, he was setting up big shots, trying to get Joshua out there, but he was doing it one at a time. One big left hook, then one right hand, then he'll rest and try to, use the jab and then leap in with another left hook. He didn't put 4 or 5 punches together consecutively trying to pressure Joshua. He was taking his time trying to set it up. And when you think about it, that is a smart thing to do, to take your time, set it up. But at the same time, when you have a guy that looks as gassed as Joshua did, that right hand really, that wasn't a flash knockdown. He really hurt him. You want him to go in there, at least put 4 or 5, even 6 punches together and really try to get him out of there. But Vitali's blaming himself, as the big brother. So, again, I guess we'll see what happens in this rematch, if this happens. I just seen, hold on, let me look this up real quick. I just seen another article here on Boxing Scene. I think the title said, because Klitschko is supposed to come to an agreement about, or a decision about, if he wants to take the rematch. I know last month they were saying in the second week of July, or not July, but June, I'm sorry, the second week of June, and it is what, today is June 8th. So you would think in a few days here we'll have a decision, but according to this, let me click on it real quick. Just bear with me for a second. So I just seen this too. All right, let me see. I just seen something on here, man, that says he needs like another 2 weeks to come to a decision. It's like, man, like, how much longer do we need to make this decision? I mean, either you want to fight or you don't want to fight. Yeah. Klitschko to make decision, Joshua rematch within 2 weeks. So we have to wait 2 more weeks. It's like, man, I'm not sure what's going on. Eddie Hearn said it will be fascinating because Anthony Joshua will go into the fight knowing that he got hurt in the fight, knowing that he made mistakes, but also knowing that he can hurt Vladimir Klitschko. It's a whole bunch of shit that Hearn is saying. I'll leave it in the description box for you. But now I'm getting. You know, at first when Klitschko said he needed some time to make a decision, I was cool with that because what I didn't want him to do was making a emotional decision right after the fight. Either I want to get the fight, I want a rematch, or nah, I don't want to fight no more. I wanted him to at least take a week or two to get a decision. But now it's turning into, I mean, shit. The fight was what, April 29th. All of May went by, and now we're going into the second week of June. I mean, it's up to him, man. He's the one who has to get in the ring. You know what I mean? So I guess it's up to him. But a lot of fans in my comment section say they think it's disrespectful for fans to say that he needs to move on. I don't think that's disrespectful, man. I mean, shit, how long you expect the dude to stay around? Until he's 50? I mean, the dude's 41 years old. Doesn't mean, it's not the only time a fighter's falling to their 40s. I mean, George Foreman, Larry Holmes. I'm not saying it's never been done. But I'm saying in this situation, why not, for me, why not just go out like this? Unless you want to pick up another win. I know he's rated, number 2 by the WBC now. Some fans were saying maybe he should fight Deontay Wilder. Maybe try to give a shot at Joseph Parker. I mean, it's up to him. To me, I see him struggling with this new wave of heavyweights. Some of you may say, oh, he can beat this guy easily. You can say what you want, man. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, they both beat him different type of ways. So that lets you know there's different ways you can beat Klitschko now. You can outbox him. You can knock him out. You can stop him. You can hurt, so. And it's not like he, hasn't been hurt in the past, but I'm just saying with age and these new guys coming up, but I guess we'll see what he decides, man, but he's kind of holding things up now, man. I was expecting a decision around this time, so they're saying 2 more weeks. We're pushing towards the end of the month now, so I don't know, man. You guys let me just think in the comment section, man. I'm out.